Ryan Anderson is obsessed with Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
I sent the ones where I was mad, but I didn't send that one. I'm just telling you. No, I did not send that one. I sent the ones that were from the other day at 2. Yeah, but I didn't send the other one. Nope. Well, she's wrong. I've always thought Gypsy was good looking. I've always thought so. Always. I've never said that. No, I didn't. Nope. Because I admit to everything I've done. I didn't send that one. Because she sent that to me. Did you send this to me? And I didn't answer. So. I'm just saying. He asked you why you wanted a cameo from me. Well, what'd you tell him? I'm just saying I didn't body shame her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. Like, I've never done that. Because I know how bad it hurts when somebody does that shit. Just saying. Guys, I sent those texts the other night because she wrote me. Like, from a fake account on Instagram. Clearly her, clearly things she would say, clearly her. So I said, quit hiding. Like, you know my actual number. Like, if you have something to say it to me. So I got mad and sent her a text. But she wrote me first. So it doesn't matter, though. Like, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Hey everyone, it's Albert here. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Alright folks, imagine this. You're fresh out of a breakup that's already got the whole internet in a chokehold, and instead of hitting the gym or binge watching bad action movies to move on, you decide to air it all out on a podcast halfway around the world. Sound like a recipe for drama? Buckle up, because that's exactly what we're unpacking today with the latest twist in the Gypsy Rose and Ryan Anderson saga. It's like watching two people stuck in a loop of bad decisions, each one trying to one-up the other with petty jabs. And trust me, if you're into true crime meets trashy reality TV, this one's got enough smoke to start a bonfire. What's got me hooked? The way they're both pointing fingers while holding up mirrors to their own mess. Let's jump right in, starting with Ryan's big podcast moment that lit the fuse all over again. So picture Ryan Anderson, the guy who thought he had his happily ever after with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, hopping on this Aussie radio show like he's ready to drop wisdom bombs about life post-divorce. But nope. Rumors say he turns it into a full-on therapy session about her. We're talking endless loops on their blowout, the heartbreak, the what-ifs. It's like he's got a gypsy-shaped hole in his playlist, and every track skips back to the same sad chorus. From what I've pieced together from the online chatter, and hey, remember, this is all alleged, just whispers from the rumor mill, so grab that salt shaker.
You know, like, she only posts what I say, right? Okay. Think about that. No, I agree. It's whatever. I'm not stressing over it. I'm really not. Like, if I did it, I would admit it. But it's whatever. Because I'm reading comments. Like, if I didn't care, I'm reading comments.
Ryan's got this habit of circling back to her every time he grabs a mic. Can't blame a guy for feeling raw, but at his age, pushing 40, you'd think he'd at least pretend to scroll past her on the X-Files. Instead, it's all woe is me, and boom, the internet explodes. Why does this hit different? Because it feels like he's auditioning for the role of eternal side character in her story, and we're all just popcorn munching extras. But hold that thought. What happens when the ex in question decides to screenshot her way into the ring? Yeah, that's where it gets popcorn-worthy messy. Fast forward to Gypsy's clapback, and oh boy, it's the kind of social media storm that makes you glad you muted notifications years ago. Allegedly, right after his podcast hits the airwaves, she blasts out these blurry screenshots on her stories, texts that scream late night regret. One from back in September 24th, supposedly from him, calling her out for looking too skinny, kind of rough around the edges, and wrapping it with the casual "who cares?" shrug. She's like, "Who even is this?" in her caption, playing detective on her own phone.
And see, now people are like, "What'd she say? What'd she say?" I'm not going to talk about that girl. I'm not. I have nothing to say to that girl. I don't want nothing to say. There's Pixie. Pixie finally calmed down. And why I bring it up? Because somebody said in the comments. Like, I'm not defending myself. I'm not defending myself. It's stupid. Yeah, I did have a lot to say because that's when I saw that Instagram message. So, yeah. I did. It pissed me off. But, whatever. It's kind of funny that she gets so mad that she releases text. I mean, y'all don't talk shit to her about it.
Then bam, another one drops from October 17th, accusing her of lurking under fake names to stir up trouble, preaching about kindness while low-key shading her whole prison backstory. It's fuzzy around the edges, but the gist, something about leaving her be or she'll end up pillow-soaked and alone, with a veiled threat that it'd suck if she flipped the script on him. Gypsy's response, pure fire. Everyone's always on me to let go, but come on, how much more have I moved on? I don't slide into your DMs at 2 a.m. like some ghost from a bad dream. I've been on my best behavior, keeping it zipped about you, and this, totally out of line. And get this, she drops a "I've been a good girl lately" line that had me chuckling. It's like she's waiting for a gold star sticker for not keying his car, metaphorically speaking. For us regular folks, it's that awkward reminder. Adulthood means biting your tongue sometimes, not begging for a treat when you do. But wait, it doesn't stop at the shade throwing. She allegedly keeps the rant rolling.
Let me see what he wants. So, you can't. She blocks comments. That's funny. Look, guys, I don't want to talk about that girl. I don't care. I don't care. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't care. I'm on a live. Oh, yeah, right. That would never happen. Vandy on top, yep. Vandy did beat LSU today.
Laying into him for hiding behind anonymous accounts while preaching peace on Instagram. "Grow up and say it to my face," she fires off, or something close to that vibe. "You know my real digits, call if you got beef, but nah, you only ring when you need an ego boost, like I'm the last loyal fan in your fan club." And the kicker, she wraps it with a "dude, random 2 a.m. texts, raging about some account that's not even me. I couldn't care less if I tried." It's raw, it's real, and it's got that electric charge of two people who swear they're done, but keep orbiting like faulty satellites. Here's my quick take, tailored for you night owl scrollers out there. Those witching hour messages, they're the emotional equivalent of drunk texting your boss. Zero chill, maximum regret by sunrise. Makes you wonder if the delete button's broken in Drama Central. And just when you think the fireworks are fading, the comment sections light up like a 4th of July gone wrong. Who's fanning the flames next? Spoiler, it might be closer to home than anyone admits.
Well, people tell me to move on all the time, and I'm like, how have I not? I don't bother her.
never aimed to hurt you. I hate that we keep doing this back and forth, trying to hurt each other, but we're not trying to hurt each other, we're trying to hurt each other's reputations. And it was wrong, and it was below the belt, and it was too far, and I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. Even if you give me many other jabs, I won't put out anything else about it. I'm not gonna try to hurt you. The reason you came in my life was to show me that I need to be a better person.
That's right. That's right. Oh, that's right.
I don't owe anybody a fucking thing.
I'm gonna irritate the fuck out of you because I'm that bitch.
Enter the mystery commenter, this AshBlonde6 account that swoops into Ryan's podcast comments like a digital bodyguard. Allegedly, they're dropping these novel-length defenses of Gypsy, starting with gems like Ryan, quit pinning your mess on her family. Gypsy's out here building her own empire, strong and solo. Sounds motivational, poster-level scripted, right? The kind of line you'd rehearse in the mirror after a rough day, but then it escalates. Minutes later, bam. Hate to pop that fantasy, but Ken's been in her corner longer than you ever were, and now they've got Aurora tying the knot, or whatever this is. Whoa, slow your roll. That's not casual fanfic. That's dropping receipts like confetti at a custody hearing. The energy, straight possessive, like marking territory in a love quadrilateral nobody signed up for. And the clues, rumors swirl that this could be Gypsy's sneaky side account, a burner phone for the digital age because Ryan clocked her main handle ages ago.
Ryan Anderson's recent podcast appearance spent most of the time focused on Gypsy, which honestly tracks since that's what he usually ends up talking about. Gypsy has responded and posted this to her stories.
People tell me to move on all the time, and I'm like, how have I not? I don't bother her.
Texting me at 2 a.m. like, what the F? I have actually been a good girl lately and have not said anything negative about him, so this was uncalled for. Gypsy also shared this, which she believes was Ryan, on September 24th. You look so effing skinny, you look unhealthy and unhappy, but who gives a F? To which Gypsy replied, who is this? I'm waiting on an answer, who is this?
Ash blonde hair in her old pics, check. Posting right as her story rants go live, double check. It's giving undercover op, where she's puppeteering her own hype squad from the shadows. Why go incognito? Probably cause owning the defense outright would blow up her I'm above it all vibe. For my American crew raised on cop shows, it's like she's the perp and the witness in one, clever, chaotic, and begging for a plot twist. Tease for you. If this is her shadow self, does it make the drama deeper or just sadder? Those comments don't quit. They're all about hyping Ken as the endgame knight, telling Ryan to drop the blame game on Gypsy's inner circle and just heal already. It's less random stan war and more like a stealth marketing ploy, syncing up beat for beat with her private text explosions. Allegedly, the timing's too perfect. One hand posts the fury, the other defends from afar, then poof, log out, deny, repeat. It's meta as heck.
And another on October 17th. How dare you hide behind fake names to talk about me and us? At least have the decency to speak it to me personally and not behind fake accounts. Advocate for compassion on IG. What a joke. You are better than that? I always thought so. I still have yet to talk about you. You know my effing number, my real number. Call me if you have something to say. I guess you only call when you need me to tell you how wonderful you are to make you feel better. Only one in your effing life that has not betrayed you in some way. And this is what I get. It's hard to make out what it says behind the date, but it must have been something about her time in prison. It says left you alone crying in your pillow. Don't forget that. I won't. Still haven't turned on you yet either. It will be a sad day if that ever happens to you. Gypsy wrote, can you not? Random text at 2 a.m. going off on a rant about a random account that isn't even mine. I literally do not care enough to spam your chat.
Turning a simple chat show into a choose-your-own adventure of half-truths. Read the subtext, and it's not faceless fans. It's unresolved baggage spilling out in pixels, like they're both scripting fan mail to their own pity party. Flipping the coin now, Ryan allegedly owns up on a live stream. Yeah, those texts, mine. But plot twist, he swears they were aimed at a troll account harassing him, one rocking one of Gypsy's old pseudonyms. So in his book, it's fair game payback, not unhinged X energy. Suddenly, it's not just a duo tango, it's a messy triangle where everyone's got dirt under their nails. Gypsy drops the screenshots to crown him the bad guy, but oops, it spotlights how they're all knee deep in the muck. Her for allegedly poking the bear to stay trending, him for clinging like a bad sequel, and Ken, poor dude's the accidental co-star wrangling a kid amid the fallout. It's rom-com hell, but the laughs are dark.
In my opinion, I don't think Ryan ever stopped talking to Gypsy. I think they're still talking for a couple of reasons. The first reason being that he has not shown any growth or healing whatsoever. So it's like Gypsy is still on his mind. He's hoping for a way to go back, and she's keeping that door open, and it's preventing him from healing and moving on. The second one, in the emails, Gypsy talks to like 7 different guys while she's with Ryan. So she's constantly needing guys' attention, just like her dad Pimp Juice. He was talking to 8 different women. So I think she may, in my opinion, be talking to a lot of different men. But let me know what you think. Do you think she's faithful to Kenny? Let me know.
Like, who cast this ensemble? Stepping back for a sec, because this alleged ping pong of pettiness deserves a reality check. We're watching 2 adults, well, one fully adult and one catching up, flail through feelings that should have been therapy fodder, not TikTok fodder. Ryan, nearing 40, locked eyes with Gypsy right after her wild chapter wrapped, drawn to that whirlwind of scams, family feuds, and fresh start vibes. But then, alleged cheating, plan B secrets to dodge a family tie-down, and poof, she's off to Ken, her pre-Ryan flame, who's now co-parenting little Aurora like it's a full-time gig. Ryan's out here allegedly misty-eyed over a woman who rumors say was fielding fan mail from half the prison pen pal club back in the day, guys wiring cash and compliments like it was harmony behind bars. Chasing that spark, bold move, but it's like betting on a fireworks show in a thunderstorm.
Maybe Ash Blonde 6 is Christy. It's definitely Gypsy or Christy, because Gypsy's narrative has always been that she was in love with Ryan, but then Ken came back and she realized that she didn't know why he originally broke up with her, and so she had to be with him, but she loved Ryan and she didn't mean to break his heart. She has so much empathy for breaking his heart. But let's not forget that Christy literally told Rod on their TV show she only married Ryan so she wouldn't burden you, Rod. They were trying to get Ryan out of the picture because they knew that Rod wouldn't be okay with Ken breaking up a marriage, so they had to scheme and make Rod hate Ryan. But why would she say that? She only married Ryan not to burden you? So we've been saying that she only married Ryan for a place to live, and you guys were saying no. That's why I feel bad for Ryan, because she never gave a fuck about anybody. And this has to be one of them, because they're saying she never had an emotional connection with you. It's always been Ken. Ken has always been her one true love. A random stranger isn't going to say that.
Thrilling till it singes, and Gypsy, the Whispers painter, as wired for that spotlight of suitors squaring off, echoing some old family patterns where attention was the currency. Those twilight daydreams of being the prize in a vampire versus werewolf showdown, spot on. But is Ken throwing elbows for her heart, or just showing up for diaper duty? Allegedly, he's clocked out on the circus. Exhausted by her endless scrolls through the rumor feed and those sneaky Ryan check-ins that keep popping up like bad pennies.
Yeah, like I don't know she has a kid with Ken. Yeah, like I don't know that. Of course I know that. And no, I've never met Ken. He never wants to meet me. Believe me, he does not want to meet me. He cries like a little girl. He's a baby, all kind of shit when she talks to me. Yeah. I ain't never met somebody to take a baby away more than he does.
There's more, don't worry. But I was really surprised that they've never met before. He is the one that originally let us know that GRB said to him that Ken does threaten to take away B-A-B-Y. When they fight, that's like his go-to. We know their relationship isn't the healthiest, and it's things like these that confirm it.
Little punk ass bitch asked me. That's just me. Look, I'm not trying to get in that shit. Like, I'm not trying to get in it. I know y'all are asking questions. I know y'all are trying to rile me up, get me to drop tea or whatever. But guys, I lived it. I mean, people telling me to get on, how would you feel if your wife got pregnant a month after she left and you never really saw her again?
This whole alleged setup, it's Ryan in full hero cosplay, begging the crowd to see his shattered heart, but he's knee-deep in the same deflection dance as her. Admit a sliver, spin the rest, repeat. At his stage in life, it's time to trade the mic for a journal and let this chapter fade. Her history's a suitcase too heavy for carry-on. Gypsy, meanwhile, if the tea's hot, she's out here chasing validation from echoes that bounce right back hollow, using these flare-ups to feel chaste when the real deal's more co-parent chat than candle-lit dinner. My 2 cents, purely speculative? They've never cut the cord clean. It's all yo-yo tugs, her reeling him in with cryptic breadcrumbs, 'cause Ken's vibe skews more minivan than motorcycle. For you guys stateside, nursing your own post-breakup blues over burgers and Netflix, it's that universal gut punch. Sometimes the chaos feels like connection, but it's just keeping the seat warm for loneliness. Quick hook before we wrap the psych out. Ever wonder if the real villain here is not the X, but the send button they can't quit smashing?
But yet, yeah, I have no idea the stuff that girl did. Or what she said or what she was saying. I have no idea. No idea. No way she'd show up again and knock on the door and see what happens. Talking about coming to get some shit. Come get it.
Now, it's no secret that these two do not get along, and it goes both ways. But I feel like some of this blame really needs to be put on GRB. After all, she's the one that left him. And Ryan seems to think it's because of Christy, and I have to disagree. I think GRB is very manipulative, and I think this is her game. That was her game with Nicholas Godejohn. I have to remember that GRB is a master at her craft, and if there's one thing she knows how to do, it's men. GRB had a lot of exposure to men through the Vision Con, through being online and on these dating sites. She wasn't some sheltered little girl like she wants people to think. I mean, there's evidence of this. I didn't just make this up.
Wrapping this whirlwind, it's exhausting to watch. Her allegedly staging mini crises for clicks, him chasing catharsis on airwaves that amplify the echo. Critically, it's a fame-fueled hamster wheel. Gypsy dangles just enough mystery to keep him circling. Ryan spills enough to feed the beast. And boom, toxicity levels hit critical. No victors, just spotlights on the scars they're too proud to stitch. They're mirroring each other's worst hits. Midnight monologues, anonymous alibis, the whole Denial Deluxe package. Entertaining? Absolutely, like rubbernecking a highway pileup. But underneath, it's a neon sign for anyone orbiting their own drama.
She was teaching men in their late 30s freaking BDS when she was in her late teens, early 20s. GRB was no shrinking violet. And it's time for us to stop giving her grace. I mean, I don't mean me, because I don't. But it's time to hold her accountable for her part. And that's everybody. That's not just Ryan, but everybody. Everybody that still supports her. Guys, Google is free. Go to Shreddit and look up. I want you to type in Damona's anniversary. And come back here and tell me after you read that. It's evidence. It's police evidence. Damona's anniversary. Tell me if you are still a supporter. There was always a plan to go back to Ken. I really think so. And I think Christy facilitated that, fostered that, and helped it come along faster. But remember, in these emails, we also found out that GRB was going to bring up the idea of having an open marriage with Ryan. And her father and her talked about this. How GRB said it's hard for her to keep her eyes straight on the man she's with. Like, she has wandering eyes. She wants to be with other men, and it's hard for her to stay faithful. I honestly think that if it wasn't with Ken, it would have been with somebody else, but I do think the end game was Ken. And once Ken's relationship was over with that other woman and he was available, aka let Gypsy spread her wings and fly, it was game over.
What about you? Is Ryan the king of self-sabotage here, or is Gypsy the one pulling invisible strings? you buying the All-In with Ken story or sensing some side quests? And be real, think they're still swapping secrets when the camera's cut? Drop your hottest takes in the comments. I devour them all, promise. If this rabbit hole had you glued, smash that like button, subscribe for the next drama drop, and let's keep the convo rolling. Catch you in the next one. Stay curious, stay chill.